Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas around you on this beautiful, wonderful day. And it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
And I am so excited. I got my co-host back.
Hopefully we'll stay this time.
We're going to put a robotic butt on her so she has to stay here so we can't. That makes sense, doesn't it? Or, robotically, we have to sit her up here.
You to the chair, Lauren.
But Lauren and I both want to thank all the people that took and helped fill in for her, because they all did a great job, and we're really appreciative of it. And today we had the hot, sexy, looking Kimberly Barrett.
Yes.
Barrett after that. There we
Thank
go.
you.
And you guys will get mine, won't you?
Oh, gosh, no. If anything, he'll show me off, and all the guys at the VFW will try to pick me up.
All right. That's all right. She's going to, well, be prepared. Maybe we can get her to wear a bikini, Who knows?
No,
but it'd be kind of cold out there. But anyway, she's here.
Wow, you are in
I'm in a wild form today,
So.
And but we're well, that's because you're back. See,
It's
and
all your fault.
but we have a lot of it. We have a big, exciting event coming up.
Yes,
I'm gonna
we
let you
do.
introduce yourself and tell what you do and about the event.
Absolutely. So my name's Kimberly Barrett. I'm a holistic healer, and I practice out of Merrimack, New Hampshire at Light Upon the Lotus. And this Saturday, we have a fundraising psychic fair that we're doing for the VFW Auxiliary at the Sweeney Post on Maple Street from 10 to 3. So it's going to be really big, really exciting. A lot of great readers, healers, vendors, and we're collecting tons of winter hats, gloves, and much-needed items for the homeless veterans. Liberty House will be there collecting those personally. So come on by, and if you're bringing by a winter item donation to Liberty House, you'll get 5 free raffle tickets for all of the stuff that we're raffling off that day. So come on by. It's going to be great. And Norm's going to be there going ahead and doing readings and helping support our cause.
And I went there last time, and it was a great. You did
It
really well.
was. It
I
was
met a
really-
lot of old friends there.
I know. They were asking for you personally. That's why I made sure you came.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's fun. It's different doing it for somebody else than doing it for yourself. We're going to be doing another one in October for a healing pause. I mean, not October, April.
April. Okay, yeah.
Because the places I went to, the prices were just so. They doubled the price at the Unitarian Church.
Double, wow.
And then I was going to go to the St. George's Church, and I almost had a heart attack on that. That was way beyond anything. I would have had to charge the vendors and readers $100 to $150 apiece.
Wow.
If I was going to make any money, I said, no, that's not what I'm
Well,
about.
then if anybody out there knows a good venue that we can use, please let us know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is an important cause.
And, well, you can, when
I'm
we're
going to talk with them when
there,
I'm there.
yeah, talk
and
to them there.
I'm going to talk to the Club of Canadian. Oh, I got to tell you about the blessing that we did on Here's Across the Merrimack. It was so sensational that Amy did a fantastic job, as usual. And we're going to be going down. I'll let you know if you want to join us. I'm going to get a hold of people. We're going to go down on the Veterans Park. I think more there than anywhere else right now. And like that. What got you into doing the event at the American Legion? Is American Legion?
Well, the
VFW
American
together, right?
Legion and the VFW shared that post.
Yeah.
And so what got me into it is I am a VFW auxiliary member.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I've been a member now for 11 years through my husband, who is a veteran. And just there's so many needs and causes for veterans, and we're there to support the veterans. But if we don't have money in our account to help them, like if a veteran's out of work for a couple of weeks and he can't pay the rent, scratching his head, he can reach out to the local VFW or the auxiliary and say, hey, listen, I've fallen on some hard times. This is the amount for my rent. Is there anything you can do to help? And as long as we make the check right out to the landlord, we don't have a problem doing that. But if we don't have funds available in the account, then there's nothing we can do. And so I'm hoping to do these events twice a
We
year.
don't hope.
Well,
we
you
don't
know
hope.
what I mean. Doing these events twice a year to boost the amount that we have available, so that if a veteran's family comes in and says, hey, we got XYZ going on, can you help? And we'll be like, yeah, we got enough. What do you need? And help.
So it helps not just the veterans, who we all know need the help in so many ways, but it helps the families and also the community.
Absolutely. I mean,
See, you had the same kind of heart that Lori and I have. You don't make a profit on this.
Oh, gosh, no. Are you kidding?
You know, because there's so many out there. Like, I'm not going to mention their names. That's wrong.
Right, but there are
But
people
there are
out there
many
that do these
all making
these
all
events
this money to put into
in
their
their
Oh
pockets,
gosh,
yes.
no! I'm an auxiliary member. I'm doing this because I know firsthand the need that's out there, and and we kind of do like meat raffles occasionally. Sometimes we'll do a bingo and I'm like, well, what can I do? Like, what resources do I have to raise funds? And I'm like, well, I've got this whole kind of psychic side, let's get that out of the closet. I know some of the VFW people are kind of weird about it first.
Years ago.
Different closet.
Yes, totally different closet.
Well, actually, you had to come out of the psychic closet too, but
yeah.
he did
Yeah,
that
this
way,
is true.
way back.
Yeah. Some of them are a little iffy about it. Some are okay with it. And if anything, I just reached out to my friends that I've known and developed a relationship with over the past 10, 15 years and said, hey, here's an idea. Do you guys want to come together and do this? And everybody, I've just been overwhelmed and so grateful by the outpouring of support saying, yes, please, let me do this. I even had a vendor who attended last time who couldn't this time, and she's like, I know it's a great cause. I wanted to be there. I just have too much going on. She still sent me a check.
Which I think is
And
incredible.
I just was flabbergasted. I'm sending her a huge thank you and definitely keeping her in mind for the next time. And
Can you
and so,
name
yeah.
your vendors and readers for us?
So we've got you, of course.
course.
Thank you so much. I've got Deborah Sullivan. She's going to be offering Reiki that day. I've got Natalie Labonte. She's going to be offering IET and magnified healing that day. We've got Tracy Arnold.
Yeah.
And so she'll be offering psychic and mediumship. And Jill, she's got quite a mouthful for her last name, so I just know her as Jill, but she's also going to be offering psychic and mediumship. We've got Jean, who's my business partner, and she is just so connected to your guides, to your angels. If you're looking for a message, let me tell you, and it comes from the heart. Such beautiful messages from the heart. Goodness, who else do we have? I was talking up Sheila very much because she's an animal communicator, and I love having different readers at these events, but unfortunately, if we just want to send Sheila our good thoughts, she's taking care of her mother right now, and she had to back out.
Sheila Clark?
No.
Sheila Clifford.
Oh, was she there last year?
Yeah, she was there at
Yeah.
the last event. And so I feel bad, but
Sending you-
yeah,
sending you-
definitely.
That's probably what you
Family
get
love.
used to when you're doing an event.
I know, and people will be looking for her, and I'll just have to say, here's her card, here's her contact information, and as soon as she's back in the Manchester area, I'm sure she'll return your call. We've got some amazing vendors. We've got Patty and Debbie coming back. So Patty's got all of her little crystal jewelry and crystal and angel items, and then Debbie, who makes these fantastic hand stitched, hand sewed.
The quilted
The
bag.
quilted bag.
Oh, they're
and,
good.
and the
That
wall
pop-
Oh, my God.
hangings
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Oh, her stuff's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had her make a bag for my mother back in the spring, and I took it down to my mother when I finally saw her in September, and I surprised her with it. She loved it so much. My mom's like, "Can I have 5 more? I
Oh,
want one
wow.
for all of my sisters." And I'm like, and some of her coworkers, and I'm like, "Really? Hold on a second." And I'm texting. I'm like, do you have any more of that fabric? So I had to actually take pictures of the fabric so she could reorder it. So she's already made her table back.
That's wonderful.
You know, right?
But she does custom orders.
She does.
So if someone comes to the event and likes her style of product but doesn't see exactly what they want, they can work something out.
And I
with
know
That's
that
wonderful.
with Christmas coming up, I said, it would be great if maybe we had some angel fabric in there. Some people might be looking for angels for the holidays. We've got Jim, who has been on here with his CBD oil products. I've got one of my students, her daughter does handmade pottery. Just gorgeous little,
it's beautiful.
Really,
vendors.
Yeah. So she's going to be there. Karen Rockland Ware is going to be there with her energy Reiki infused handmade jewelry that she's been making.
Yeah, and some of her stuff is like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. You can just feel the energy coming off the picture. She's put a lot of love and dedication and thought into what she's making.
Beautiful stuff.
I find that most readers and vendors that do our psychic events that we do, we all want to make money. That's nothing wrong with that. But they actually have a lot of thought and energy, and they really,
and love.
And they really, truly, it does come from the heart.
But that's why we do with that, have them as part of our event, because we. And Kimberly, I know you for a long time now.
Yeah.
It's the same way. You only want the high quality people who really put the love out there.
Yeah. If I can't vouch for that person,
then I'm not going to do it.
Then I'm not inviting them. They need to wow me. They need to have authentic information that they're giving. I need to be able to feel the energy during a healing session. If they pass my test, then they're invited.
Well, I have the same feeling, and Lori can tell you. And she says it to me, and if I don't like it, we said about it. If I don't like the energy, then I had a lady whom I'm not going to mention names because it's not important, and I checked with another person, another reader, and I had this lady. I said, "I'm sorry, I can't use your services at this time."
Yeah,
I will let you know.
And that's not to say that there are readers who, maybe they're just starting out and they just haven't developed their gifts enough. That's not to say that, they're bad. They're just not fully developed,
Right.
Right.
I like the way you're phrasing that. Don't you? I love that. I never thought about it that way.
Well, we all had to start somewhere.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
And the more that we do it, the better that we get. So, there's always a place for somebody to start with their readings, with their energy healings.
Okay.
And as long as it comes from the heart, then that's what matters. Truly.
Okay, I'm gonna have to move the stick then. I can't see that
It's
one.
really true, and this is why I have a list of readers.
So I can take that now.
And you will be too.
Absolutely.
And we take the true ones, but if they're all about the money, I don't want them.
No.
Right,
Yeah.
and we've all met those people.
And I count my money this way, so don't misunderstand that. I'm
Yeah.
Scottish and Jewish.
Right,
so,
but as we've said to people, if you're in it for the money, you're in the wrong business. Your
Absolutely.
motivation.
You think you're going to make it overnight?
No.
I have to show you something here. Okay.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Sure, it is. It's
I
stunning.
did a house clearing a week ago.
So explain to people what you mean by a house clearing.
Okay, and then I went to this house. There was a lot of energy in there that had to be taken out of the place. Okay, like a negative. It's like taking garbage out of the house and throwing it into the trash.
Yeah.
And this is what I had to do. And believe me, it was strong. I went into the bathroom, and it pushed me back out about 3 times. And I'm sure you've gone through that, and all that. So finally, I said, you know what? You're not going to win. You might as well just realize that now. And then I went into the bedroom and the closet back, I told him, I said, you're not going to win either. I am more powerful. And what I had to do, and I think you would agree with me, I made the lady see out of the rooms because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want them to be involved in all that stuff. And I didn't use one of those machines, that they, you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, but I love those.
I didn't use
K2
that, and
meters.
then-
I want one so bad.
Do you really?
I do.
Really? Oh,
I think they're so much fun.
Either you're going to do the real thing or you're not. That's the way I look at it.
Well,
And
it's
I'm
still
not-
the
I'm
real
not fine
thing.
with
You just do
everybody.
it differently.
Yeah.
I
A
mean, they even
scientist
have
wants the
apps.
backup.
They even have apps for those now.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
this is called a Charmin
Walking
walking
stick.
stick. This gentleman gave it to me, and his girlfriend and wife, who was really, really dumbfounded, couldn't believe that he actually gave it to me.
That is stunning.
And
It's
so,
beautiful.
you know what? And there you go. And there again, that's another thing. If you're doing it for money, forget about it. Because this thing I could have forever and ever and ever and pass it on to someone else.
Absolutely.
And sometimes whether we want to or not, sometimes we do have to pass it on to someone else. Like this gentleman
Sometimes,
passed.
yep.
And it took him a year and a half to make it. People, if you think making a Charmin walking stick is done overnight, no, it's not. You have to find the right piece of wood, and you have to figure out how you're going to do all that stuff. It's not jewelry that you can't wear the jewelry like I want to, but I can't, you know what I mean. But here we got, what is that? What would you call that, Lori?
What? This?
Yeah. Almost looks like an angel.
Keep it right there, Norm.
Right there.
Okay.
I don't know what that's called, but it is stunning, piece of metal work.
What would you call it? It's almost like an angel wings.
Yeah. I mean, maybe at one time it was a brooch.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Possibly. Not sure.
that. All the shells here, all of this.
Yeah.
I
the
am
rose
so
quartz.
excited
Yeah.
to have it. And you know what? When I took that, when he handed it to me, and he said, "You blessed it," I said, "I don't have to. You already blessed it."
Yeah.
And I'm not going to overpower his blessing with my own because it's already blessed. And I started crying because the tears were just so tremendous. It was
Yeah.
wonderful. And over here, we got a little more trinkets over here.
Yeah.
Paul is doing a fantastic job there. And
That's
over
stunning.
here, look at that. And so, folks, and you know what? I'm going to tell you this, Lori. I feel the healing energy when I do hold this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the lady over there, they like it. We have ladies over there,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. And Lauren, that I'm getting a message that is healing you. As I put that
Thank
putting
you.
it towards you. It said you both a lot of healing, and I am so blessed. Jeffrey, thank you so much, and Jennifer, thank you so much. Don't ask me to remember your name. I'm even amazed I remember that person.
I was going to say.
And there's a young man, Jerry, too, that listens. So, and then Kitty Cat, I just want to thank them so much because it means so much to me, and I'm going to put it on my wall.
It is. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Here, Scott, want to take this? There you go. And so, once again, see, and that's it again, like, Lori and I have said, how many times, Lori? And isn't about, yeah, we make money. I mean, obviously, we got to live.
Yeah. I mean,
But
just enough to
something
cover
like that,
costs.
it is
yeah.
so blessed to have that I can look at that every day and I can say, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Money and me don't. And then my granddaughter comes out the door, so and I am so proud of my granddaughter. She bought herself a new car.
Nice.
She's got a new job and earning quite well. Just got a raise, she told Grandpa.
Good.
And so she's taking responsibility. So, when family work together, like you said with your mom, you have a good relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
And that means a whole lot, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And her mother is a sweetheart. I gotta tell you, she came on the show one day. She said, "I'm not going on there." I said, "I always remember that. I'm not gonna go on there." I said, "Oh, okay." This we know she's tracking over, right?
Yep.
Just right now, she talked to me she ignored her. I don't.
Yeah, these two talked for 2 hours. It was like
Yeah.
it was like old hens. Just
There you go.
Yeah. And then another time she came back on with Mary.
With Mary, this year.
You might as well, Lori and I might as well not have been there.
Wow.
Right? I mean, they would chat. It was just this is what the show's all about.
Yeah.
Like if you had I actually see you having your own TV show here.
Hey, why not?
I'm serious. You would once you get started on it. Look at Mary. She's addicted to it now. She loves it, and that's another
Just
thing
like
about her.
Sean and
Yeah.
Janie King and
Jane King did it.
Andrea.
Yeah, I've had
who
over
else?
18 spin-offs off my show. So they say All in the Family or all the other TV shows.
There
But
you go.
I may not make a lot of money at my show, and you know what? If Kindred don't like my show, that's okay. I look at that. I had a learning experience out of it.
Always. You can look at anything as a learning experience. I mean, I know so many people that just kind of go through life, and sometimes you'll read their Facebook post and it's like life happens to them, and they're always the victim, and I'm like, but what did you learn out of that experience?
I did that. This one lady came up, she was going, and the language that some of them use. And I went, what are you learning out of this?
Yeah.
Like you just said. For every bad thing that happened, there is a lesson.
Well, I told someone not too long ago to get their head out of the where, because really stop being drama, stop being a crybaby.
Yeah.
Put your big boy
And
panties
because
on.
the more you focus on it, the more you attract it in your life.
And my nephew, oh my God, I'm so excited. He's doing a lot.
Oh, good.
Oh,
He's
good.
doing a lot better.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. He had a little setback, and I told him to make sure he picks on the nurses. He's a Moody, so he's going to.
Yeah.
If you look at him and you look at me, you would think we were father and son, seriously, with that, and all that. But he was my favorite of all of them growing up. And I want to wish him many well wishes.
He's pressed green button. Oh. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
Hello?
No, there's nothing there.
Well, it says incoming call.
I know. He said that wasn't real.
Oh.
Something's wrong with the
Spirit
phones again.
styling us then. How's that?
There you go.
Spirits are interfering with our phones.
Yeah.
But there you go. But I can remember before my brother and I found out I was the way I was gay or whatever.
Yeah.
I should take my niece Debbie and my nephew Bill. We used to sit there and make napkin. We'd clean it tissue. We'd make roses with them. Have you ever done that? You take the rose, clean it, so you make. I tried it the other day. I can't do it anymore. You take a green stem, you wrap it around the pink. We used to make roses.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, just like
Yeah,
the roses with the
grease,
wire
yeah.
cleaner.
Oh, okay,
And,
yeah.
and I taught him how to do that, and I taught him how to do some other things. And also, when my brother found out, I don't want you around my son, I want this other stuff. And I said, okay, because he didn't want me to touch my
Oh
his
yeah,
son
you're
because
just going to
he's gonna-
contaminate
but that
everybody,
was,
Yeah.
Well, that was back in the '60s, and that's okay. But now my nephew. It's funny. He calls me uncle. I call him nephew.
Right.
And I have a hard time when people call me uncle. I really do. Just say Norm. Like my
Yeah.
son calls me dad, or he calls me Norm, and I'm used to that. Because my stepchildren all call me Norm. So and dad is just a title. You can respect someone without calling them that. That's the way I believe. But
Well, I have an uncle the same way. He doesn't. You call him uncle, and he gets really upset.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
look at him and go, who,
Yeah.
But I want to report he sent me a picture of the surgery he had done, and I talk about have you ever been in the OR where somebody has surgery? Of course, being a nurse, I've been
No,
in there.
no, I've never.
And,
Not in real life.
No, okay,
Just
but
on
I
TV.
saw it done. I see what they did. Oh my God, they did the most amazing stitching job that I've never seen
Nice.
on anybody.
Good.
I had this feeling by the time it's done, all here, it's gonna be just a teeny weeny little scar, and then the guy going to charge, as far as I know, the lady with assault and battery with the intent to commit murder.
Wow,
Wow.
good, because that was
I mean, it is.
It was so horrific. I mean,
Yeah.
when I saw that
You-
post,
you
my
know,
heart
and
just dropped
he
to my
does. He says,
stomach.
"Please
Right.
don't feel sorry for him." So that's what I'm telling
Yeah.
everybody.
Right.
But he does appreciate the prayers.
right.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I never knew how many people I had on Facebook that really do send love, and I just started crying. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're emotional people as spiritual people.
Absolutely.
We are airheads. Let's be honest. And
I try
one
to
lady-
stay grounded, though. You know, you
but
can't
we're
manifest
we're
if
in
you're
the world,
up
but
here.
we're not
Yeah, but we no one in this room exists fully on this planet.
True.
And some people, Lori and I, thank goodness Lori is here because she has to explain to them what I say when I call them an airhead, am I right?
Need to be that translator.
Well, there was one person that really got offended, and it's like, no, that's a compliment. It's not an insult.
No, not at all.
Oh.
Right. So yeah,
Yeah,
most
that's
people
okay.
understand, but that one lady, she got really upset.
I really see a lot of success doubling what you had the last time.
Well, that would be terrific, because I know that last time we raised well over $800.
Really? So
Last time we raised over $800, and we already have more vendors this time. We've got Liberty House coming out personally to collect donations as well. So who knows? I would love
I have
to
to
double.
let go of my bitterness against Liberty House, and this is the house and stuff.
I
And
know.
that was somebody else too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
you
we
gotta
talked
let
about
that
it.
go.
Mhm, good.
Right.
Were you there when I talked to the guy about
Yep.
it? Yeah.
Good.
Because,
Yep.
so
I
I
just
will
wish
fully
I could be
support you.
there.
That's right.
I just wish I could be there.
Yeah.
so-
You can be there in spirit.
Well, I'm hoping to at least come by and see you guys.
Yeah.
And she's
yeah.
going to wear shorts, honey.
Well, I still put you on the timesheet just in case, but I put you all the way at the end with a question mark, And I also put myself on there because if you weren't going to be there and without Sheila there, if we do get busy and we need an extra reader or we need an extra healer, I figured I'd offer up my services.
There's still 2 days. The doctor could change her mind between now and then.
The trouble with you is you get overachieving.
Maybe.
No, maybe. Remember, I'm a psychic.
I won't
We
say
all
anything
want
because
and
I'm
it's
just
like you
as
have said.
guilty.
Aren't we
Yes,
all
yes,
that way?
yes.
We all want to heal tomorrow or today.
Well, even my doctor said to me today, my primary care, like, she says to me, I know you thought you'd heal quicker because you were very healthy and you do Reiki on yourself every day, but sometimes this just takes time.
Yeah.
But she was
Sometimes it
very,
does.
very understanding. But called me out.
You must have a good doctor.
Oh, I have the best doctors in the whole world. I am so blessed. My OBGYN that did my surgery, Karen Maynard, I can't say enough good things about her. Deb Garland, my primary care, is so fantastic. She's like, well, have you thought about getting acupuncture? I'm like, well, I had acupuncture until my acupuncturist moved out of state. So, no,
You know, the thing is, I encourage people to go to acupuncture.
Yeah.
I have never been to
I
one.
love it.
Do you?
So helpful, especially this time of year. The cold's setting in and the joints are already starting to complain, so it's time to start switching over some of the
Is that a real call,
self-care.
Paul? No? Okay.
It's just me to make sure the
Okay.
phone works. You want to pick it up and see if you can,
Yeah. Yep. Hello.
hi.
Hey.
Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, I had
That
a
was
lady
fun.
call me at 2:00 in the morning. I said,
What?
Hi, how are you? Are you interested? I said, lady, I'm in the bed. I won't say what I really actually said. Just to put it this way.
Yeah.
They hung up in a hurry.
Wow.
And
Don't
'cause
call
at
me
2
at 2 in the
o'clock
morning. I will not be
'cause,
nice.
especially when my nephew's in the hospital, and then I have some friends that have children overdosing, and I'm scared for that. That's what Gary's coming to talk about. We gotta keep the politics and the newspapers out of it. That's my big thing is the newspapers, and the more they emphasize it, the more the pressure it's going to be, and all the because the pharmaceutical companies. Let's be honest, the pharmaceutical companies are making money off of this stuff.
Oh, on both
Oh, are you
ends.
kidding?
Both ends, and people know that.
Absolutely.
And people are trying to get a class action suit against them, but the government has protections in place to protect the pharmaceutical companies, and that's not right. They knew the dangers. They knew what they were getting us into. They lied about it to get it mass marketed. I worked at the hospital. You worked at the hospital. They come in and they promise those doctors everything if they prescribe this medication.
Yeah, because the doctor gets
And
a
the,
good
and the
percentage of it.
pharmaceutical reps come in and
Right,
Here-
the
here
gifts
gets
and
gifts and kickbacks if you push our
right,
drug.
and if you do well enough, we'll send you on a vacation. I don't know if they do that in New Hampshire, but they do another.
They do. And the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that bothers me with the EMTs is, I'm glad they're trained to get that. What is it called?
Narcan.
Narcan. This one guy has never done a drug in his life, and they gave him 2 shots of Narcan. He almost died out
Well,
of it.
but that
They're going overboard
you
on
worked
that.
in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know that you have to go with the most likely scenario in an emergency. So the most, all his symptoms presented as an OD.
Right.
So they went with the most.
But his wife would tell him.
I
He's
know,
never
and
done,
they
you know.
should have listened.
Yeah,
but
they don't.
people lie, though.
Yeah, but they
Because
don't.
how
True.
many people do overdose on drugs, and their family will swear up and down that they've never done a drug in their life? Well, no, they're just habitual. You know.
And it's really said, oh, my daughter and my daughter will never do that, you know. And I want to, for all the families, and I have another client that come in yesterday, would pray for him. He's been 4 days sober now, so we're going to be
God
praying
bless,
him for
yes.
that. And I have another friend of mine who's in another rehab. I'm not saying the rehabs are bad. I'm happy for them. But you cannot force someone to go there if they don't want to go. It doesn't. It can work maybe 1 out of 10. But all we can do as a nation and is pray for all these people. And I pray these people that get caught selling this stuff, that they will double the sentence on them.
They are
They're
cracking
doing
down
it.
more on that.
But then again, they would not be dealers if they weren't buyers.
Well, but
So-
again, as we always say, love really can solve this problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
You know what? Fun. Save the money you're going to spend on drugs and come to the American Legion EFW and join us.
there you
We'll
go.
show you. Will there be another food place there? Are they going to have another?
Oh, yeah, I believe the ladies are doing some baked goods. So, you know, some cookies and pies and I
Have it
think
spend
some
$1,000
fruits.
a piece. We won't mind, right? I can dream.
You know.
You know, but I do see, maybe not, but I do see a lot more money for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Well, for the veterans.
For the veterans.
Which is
for
what
the
I'm
veterans.
about. Yeah.
I'm not getting
Well, that's
anything
like
out of this.
it took me years and years, but we increased our, every week, every month, every year, or
Every event.
and
We-
kept raising to,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so, well, I am still looking for a place for the healing pause. And I got to Facebook you and ask you a question. I don't know do it on the air. Because I don't want to
sure.
put you on the spot. I think that's wrong. You know, don't you agree to put people?
I
on the spot?
I do agree.
Unless I don't particularly like them, then I love doing that. But
Well, then you're just being a jerk.
that's not right.
No, it's not.
You know. But no, actually, if someone doesn't really know what they're doing, I enjoy, in a polite way. I'll do it that way because you taught, and you know that in a polite way, saying you like if someone said, "Oh, we can do this, we can do that," and yet they can't do it, and I will ask them, or Lori will ask them what kind of an experience they have with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I just signed up to study a course in law.
Good for you.
Wow,
Good for
awesome.
you.
I've had people tell me I'm too old.
No,
Oh, gosh,
you're
you know.
never too
Oh
old.
no!
Yeah,
I know that girlfriend. When I shake my hooters, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Family
whatever,
show.
family show, whatever ideas, girlfriend, you know. And Scott and I are going to do it together. He doesn't know
Oh,
that
wonderful,
yet,
wonderful.
You know, he you ever watch that Jeopardy?
I have, absolutely.
We
It's
don't
been a
miss
while.
it unless we have to. We don't. We like that. We like the challenging games like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, or we watch Cash Cab.
Oh, I love
That
that.
was so much
Love
fun.
Cash Cab.
Love it.
It really does test you.
It does.
And you know, on Family Feud, a lot of times.
Yes.
But you know what? You know all the answers. But if you get on air,
You
you're
freeze.
so nervous you forget.
It does.
Right, that's the thing, because all these people take tests. I mean, they can,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure.
you know, like,
Well, there was a
who
woman
wants to
from
be a
Manchester.
millionaire?
There was a woman from Manchester that won Jeopardy that did really well.
Yeah.
You know, she really did. And by the way, I want to congratulate the lady that was from Manchester. She was on Dancing with the
Oh,
Stars.
she's from Exeter.
Oh, Exeter, yeah.
Yeah, Arlen. Victoria Arlen, yeah.
Congratulations.
Broke my
you made
heart
it.
when
Yeah.
they voted her off, because she,
Oh.
her courage, her story, her strength,
Oh,
her
so
parents.
inspiring.
I mean, I would cry watching her dance. But I'm sorry, I'm Camp Jordan. For some reason, I love that kid, and I just want him to go all the way.
You know, so if I know, how do I phrase this? If you're a person that's not a superstar, or like Lori and I are superstars, now you are now, you know. But
All
if you're
right.
not-
World famous.
Yeah, right?
If you're not, if you want to consider, you know, we'll say you're a nobody. I guess it's the way I want to put it. I'm not being rude when I say that.
No,
You know
we
that,
know
okay?
what you mean. You're just an
It
ordinary
goes to
person.
show that you can do it.
Yeah.
When I came on my show, or my friend Buddy Stewart, when he took your place when you weren't there, he's the one that encouraged me. And you, it took a lot. The first time you came here, I can remember, you were so nervous. I thought you were going to pass out a couple of times.
No.
But then you relax, and so, that's the thing. When people, Lloyd, I tell people, pretend we're in the living room. Okay, I'll be nice. The Spirit would told me. I didn't know I was being mean.
I didn't know.
The Spirit told me to be nice.
I didn't say anything.
No, the Spirit. We
Oh,
the
of
Spirit
course.
Oh, yeah. We actually had one. We had a bunch of people that actually came up and talked to one of our guests.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. Oh, yeah, if they like us, they come right near. If they don't like us, they let us know, too. I also, if I may, there's a lady, like a grandmother, an older lady that told me she is so proud of you and how you're overcoming a lot of the hurdles that you have in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why I'm asking permission. And that she says that you have more, I'm going to just say it the way she did, you have more damn courage than anybody I know.
Absolutely.
Okay, so did your grandmother on your father's side pass?
Nope,
On
she's
your
still
mother's
alive,
side?
so this is my mother's side.
Okay, you knew her quite well?
I did, growing up. Mhm.
Okay, because she told me to tell you that she is so proud and she thinks your husband is awesome.
He works hard.
Yeah,
He
and
really does.
She also told me to tell you take care of your kitty.
Oh, yeah,
Because she
she's
was
the
also a
love of
kitty
my
cat.
life.
Who made the chocolate chip cookies? Oh, I want one.
You're not allowed to have them.
I
Yeah,
know. Scott's been really
Wow.
good about that for me. He won't let me have any.
yeah. Good.
Well
Good for
done.
Scott.
Who made chocolate chip cookies? Did you?
No, not me.
Oh, I'm smelling them. There's
Good.
something around. Did your mother make chocolate chip cookies? Oh, so that's
My
where
mom's
they're
always
coming
made
from.
them, yeah.
Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah. You and I really like it. I can't have them. And they'll cheese it. I mean, like the cheeses and those cheese balls that you buy in a bag.
You don't want that stuff. That's
I
total
know. They're
garbage.
so
Oh, my
unhealthy.
goodness.
If I have one, I have to have a whole bag. So he said, no, he's mean. He won't let me have them.
Well, and you shouldn't ever eat that crap.
I
But
can't
I will
help it.
admit, probably twice a year, I will get a snack-sized bag of Fritos. But I only get the
With a
snack
horseradish
size.
dip?
That's all right.
No, just plain. Because if I get a whole bag, I'll eat a whole bag. So I have to get just a little tiny snack, one
That's why I can't.
snack size.
When I've had a homemade cigarette, I can't have all that in my house, But one of the things that I am looking at with you, if you don't mind, is again that you are a living example of how you can overcome any obstacle. You are truly a living example.
Oh,
Thank
she's
you.
a
Okay.
blessing.
If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't tell you that.
Oh
either.
gosh, I mean, it can be, life can really be a struggle, and
Yeah.
I mean, I admit it. It wasn't easy. I mean, I probably had a good 2 years that I just lived from the bed and said, "Poor me,"
What got you
And-
inspired?
In what way?
What changed the?
What changed
what
you?
got you
what
out
got
of that
you
bed?
inspired
Like,
to
I
get out
was
of bed and
just-
start doing better?
I was begging God to take me off the planet.
Right.
My health was so poor at one point that just the very act of taking a shower was enough to put me back to bed for the rest of the day. And so when that's your life, like, that's not even existing. And I'm like, what am I doing? How am I helping humanity? How am I being of service to anybody when I can't even be there for myself? And so I sat there and I was begging God, like, literally to just take me. I'm done. Like, if this is life, I'm done. Take me. And months would go by and I'm still there. And I'm like, right, you still here, so I guess there's still something here for me to do. And I remember there was one day I was in such excruciating pain that I was doing everything I could to find a way out, find a way through. And I had had my little earbuds in, and I was doing a meditation, and I just clearly heard, just breathe through it. And I'm like, okay. So I did, and I just started breathing through it. And by the end of the meditation, there was not an ounce of pain left in my body. None. And so after that, I said, well, obviously you guys have something to tell me. Obviously, I'm now ready to listen, so let's see what's going on. Who's here with me most? And I went over to my bookshelf and I grabbed the book Ascended Masters and Their Retreats. And I said, all right, who is the one master who is here with me most to get me through this? And I opened it up and I had my eyes closed and I'm just kind of scanning and right there. And I opened my eyes, and I kid you not, it was Jesus Christ. And right then and there, that was hard. Like, religion, like Jesus Christ is a beautiful person, but religion really ruined Jesus for me. I mean, I would have been ready to listen to Krishna, to Buddha, to Kuan Yin, but Jesus, really? All right, I guess I'm going to need to deal with my Jesus issues. And so I did. I went into a meditation and opened up and I said, all right, I'm here to listen. And Jesus came, and he came as the shepherd with a little lamb in his arms, and he's like, you're so broken. Will you just let me heal you? Just come to me every night, sleep in my arms, and let me heal you. And he's like, this isn't going to be easy, but this is going to take a year. Just call me every night. And he's like, and you have to surrender. Because at the time, I had been turned down for disability. We weren't getting any sort of financial assistance. And when you go from 2 full-time working people down to 1, it's hard to make ends meet, you know, and I'm sitting here looking at my groceries, like, you know, we're doing, you know, ramen noodles and just whatever we could just to make ends meet. And I'm kind of like, and that was a huge eye-opener to me, that when I filled out the paperwork for help, that I couldn't get it. I'm like, do you guys not understand debt to income ratio? And like that you really have to be so absolutely destitute to get any sort of handout. It blew my mind. And that too is part of the reason why I was so ready to go, because I just felt like such a burden, you know. And he's like, you've got to surrender the finances. You are so worried about your finances that we can't help you. Like, you're blocking the flow. You're constricting the flow of what we're trying to send you. He's like, so you're going to surrender your finances for a year. And I am like, I'm going to do what? And I kid you not, it was the hardest lesson of my life and the biggest lesson of my life, because I honestly, anytime I would get a bill in the mail that I didn't know how I was going to pay, it like became my mantra before I went to bed. I'm like, I surrender it. I surrender it. I had to say I surrender until I believed it, literally. And next thing you know, a check comes in the mail from a friend of a friend who heard what we were going through. It's not a lot, but here. And it was always just enough to make ends meet. For an entire year, Spirit supported my husband and myself until I was able to get approved for disability. And I mean, if Spirit can help you with that, like, oh my God, like Spirit has your back for anything. You've just got to stop worrying and let them help you. Like, really.
Right.
Really. And so just over that year, surrendering and going to Christ and allowing Christ to heal me, I'm like, okay, next thing you know, I'm feeling better and better, and let's get back into the world, because obviously I've got something more to offer. Of course, with the disability, you know, you have your flare-ups. You can't always know exactly when you're going to have a bad day, but you also know that you can't go back to work in the real world the way you used to. So
Right.
then you have to start looking at, well, what do I have to offer? What can I do? Because I can't just sit around and twiddle my thumbs, because that's not doing anybody good either.
Well, I tried that one day.
Yeah,
it didn't work
yeah,
too
you
well.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, you
we're-
smack your thumbs together and it's like you forget.
Yeah, so, I had been doing Shambhala, I'd been doing IET and crystals.
You want to
But
explain
those-
Shambhala?
And IET, because people don't know
Yeah,
what it
so Shambhala, very similar to Reiki, hands-on, just slightly different energy, just kind of like Reiki went this way and Shambhala went that way.
So it's all the same thing with just a name.
Exactly, same
Okay.
thing, different name, slightly different energy. IET works with the energy of the angels and healing emotions. And hey, guess what? If you've got, look at today's society and how there's this stigma around depression and people who just have such a hard time dealing with emotions and stress. IET is beautiful because it just works with the energy of angels to release all of those trapped emotions without triggering the person, without that person having to relive what they went through that suppressed that in the first place,
Right.
and just frees them up to feel the joy and live today, And so these were things that I did on the weekend or when I had time, or that's that thing that I do with that group of people, but it wasn't my focus. It wasn't my full life. But I had these gifts. Why not make that my full-time life? Make that what I can offer people. And so I stepped into it and haven't looked back.
We got to have you on more. Don't you agree?
Well, I agree.
The one thing I can relate to a lot of what you're saying with myself,
I think we
because
both
they
can.
don't see the inner side of you. They
Right.
don't know. Like when I was born, this is all plastic surgery. So when they say my butt looks like my face, I say you got it, because you have to make a humor out of it.
Yeah,
you know?
you do.
And when and I'm not embarrassed to say that. I went way back in the '60s. Oh, they put me in a hospital to make me go straight. They had these pictures and they gave me Thorazine, they gave me Valium, they gave me all this other stuff, and they all said, "Oh, you'll be back. Now you're cured of being gay." And I said, "Oh, okay." And then I said, "No more drugs." I went to a born-again Christian church. They gonna heal me of all this stuff. And
Oh,
all
my.
that. Oh yeah. This is why when you were saying about Christianity, I try not to. And Laurie's helping me with this again. Laurie's my guide. She doesn't realize it or not. I can't hate, religion. I know that's wrong, but it's not for me.
Well, it's not for me, and I'm a reverend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me too.
I'm
I
a
don't
reverend
believe
as
in
well,
religion.
yeah.
I don't either.
Organized
I mean,
religion.
for some people, religion is absolutely what they need and what they believe in.
Do I believe in
and-
Jesus Christ? Yes.
Absolutely.
call
Oh,
him
yeah,
a-
Jesus
I-
and I have a great
I call him a
relationship.
great. I actually call him a great prophet.
Well,
Absolutely.
and he
You know,
was, but
and he is,
he's
but-
more than that.
Yeah, he's a
he's-
master of masters, and I agree with it. That was the first time I actually admitted that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You really, wow. Thank you. Thank you for that, because and you've never heard me admit that before.
No.
So I really want to thank you for that. And wow, all right, the angel. There's a song that's going through my head, and now it's playing. Do you remember that song, "Growing Up as a Child on a Hill Far Away, Stood an Old Rugged Cross"?
Yeah.
That keeps going through my mind just as you were speaking. You are a hero to me.
Thank you.
You are a real hero, and I really cannot pay you enough compliments. The Spirit will do it for me.
Hey, I try to
You-
be an
because
example
this-
for others, because living, some people are like, well, how can you have this chronic illness and yet call yourself a healer? And I'm like,
You're a
But-
tell
but-
them you're a vessel of healing.
exactly. But I mean, if I wasn't doing this work on myself, I don't think I would still be here.
No.
I'm not taking any medication for anything other than acid reflux, because
Right.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm addicted to coffee. I admit it.
I have that too.
And so more acid in your system than you really should, yeah, you're going to have some acid reflux. But I mean, I know what it's like to have a chronic illness. I know what it's like to go from having that full-time management job where you've got, anywhere between 30 to 100 employees underneath you at any one point in time, plus your hobbies and just
Right.
living life
And you're making
large.
money and life
You're,
is
you're
good.
like life
And
is
your life is
good.
pulled away from you.
And then life smacks you upside the head at 32, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I was 40, but yeah, it's like, what?
I'm like,
just happened?
okay, now what? And then you go from living this large life to looking at the four walls of your bedroom and what that does to you mentally, what it does to you emotionally, especially when everybody that you know, everybody that you're connected to works in the real world. And you're like, you want to call somebody, but who is there to talk to?
Right.
And then what it's like to go through chemo. I had to go through chemo to get this under control for I went through 28 rounds.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Once a month, every month I would go up to Dartmouth for
And
chemo.
that you survived that alone is a testament to God has a mission for you.
right?
Because that is brutal on the body.
It is. And so many of my clients, they're dealing with serious stuff that not everybody is just going to understand. I'm not going to be the healer that goes to you and says, "Oh, just suck it up. You're just imagining it.
Oh.
You can do this." You know what? No, you're going to have your bad days.
But
you're going to have your good days.
And like me, you've had people say to you, and I know you have too, well, you're all spiritual stuff. You shouldn't be doing this.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what I
yeah.
say to them? No, see, I learn lessons, but I'm also part of teaching other people lessons.
yeah.
But nothing's worse than when you go to somebody who cannot in any way relate to what you're going through.
Right.
So I've gone through these things so that I can understand where you're coming from.
Absolutely.
I can fully support you, not just give you lip service.
Absolutely.
We have a gentleman, Johnny Moran,
Yes.
who's a very good friend of mine, and and he signed a contract to do a big superstar in Canada. Remember that? And he woke up one morning, body completely paralyzed.
Yeah.
Wow.
He ended up in a nursing home for a year.
Oh, it was a long time, yeah.
Time.
Yeah, I mean,
And he's-
yeah, so superstar, just signed the contract. Not even 12 hours later, completely paralyzed.
Yeah, and now he came on the show. Now he's in a wheelchair, and he's back with his band,
Yeah.
and he's doing great. In fact, I got to have him back on. Another friend of mine, Dave, he has MS. Went from being a heavy construction worker. He took a dive in the pool. I guess he hit his head or whatever. Now he has MS, and he was on the pool. I've had people that have autism that have been on the show. My show is not a political show, nor do we want it to be. Our show is a community active show.
Yes.
Right? If you have a sickness, or if you people that have overcome cancer, I think we've had a couple of those on too. You name it, we've had them. And this is why I would encourage you to have your own show.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I really would. And when you got cameramen like Paul, and there's another lady, I don't remember her name, but she's also very good.
But she is very good.
Huh?
She is very good.
They have a great staff here.
Yeah.
And they will help you, and they will encourage you. When I first started out, it was a little hole in the wall, not even this big. It had an artificial fireplace. It had a big round table, 3 big cameras, and you squeeze in, I've seen this station grow from a little hole in the wall to Commercial Street, which I wish we still had, but to here too. But you know what? I the way I look at it is, when my show and it was on Commercial Street, all kinds of trouble. It'd take like 45 minutes to get it going. Then by the time it was done, it was done again. But the way I look at it, I learned a lot from Spirit being on the show.
You learn a lot from Spirit.
You really do.
Always.
And a lot of other people have spun off in my show. Janie King, Christina, your friend there.
Christian Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, yeah.
Andrea.
Andrea, yeah. Andrea. And Andrea, Smith, what's her name?
And Deirdre.
Yeah, Deidre. All these. I'm just more and more and more.
Yeah.
Now Mary LeMay has been on the show. And I guess I feel this is where I'm supposed to be. I don't need to be rich and famous. I think it would be nice, but I think I'd let it go to my head to be I really would.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
agree. I think I'd be like another John Edwards or a Sylvia Brown or a Long Island medium or whatever.
Yeah, he'd be more like her.
I could so see that.
Can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
With the skirt or without the skirt?
Totally up to you, baby.
Okay. But I actually, when I've been to...
Just make sure you're having the matching heels if you do the skirt.
There you go.
And shave your legs, okay?
Yeah, please.
When I walk into basket a lot of times, and shoulda, and I'll actually talk to a lot of the people. But I always, because Patty Pickering taught me a valuable lesson on this. You do not impose yourself on someone without their permission.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
And she was really offended because I didn't ask her permission first.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I went my ego. What do they know? Why should I have blah 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 blah? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but it was true.
But there's a lot of readers out there that we all know that still struggle with that discernment. Just because you get a message from Spirit, you do not have that person's permission. You're violating their privacy.
Right.
You're violating their free will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's why I ask you before you come on, but then I will re-ask you and get on
Always.
the air, because I think that's the correct way to do it.
It is.
I can remember Kate and I were in I want to call it Weeks, but Weeks is in Lakota. They're a lot alike. But Blake's, the restaurant. And I was on the way out the door, and my spirit keeps nudging me. I go, no, I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
I know I want. Some point I said, may I give you a message from Spirit? Oh my! Kate and I sat there for an hour talking to them, And there are going to be some people that are not going to be respected to it, so you have to respect that too. I can remember I was at the 99, what do they call it? 99?
Yeah,
Could be.
Yeah, could be.
99, yeah.
Is it the 99? Okay. We were in there on South Willow Street.
Yep.
And I'm there. And the Spirit says, this young girl is going to die. And I go, ooh. And the Spirit showed me how she could spiral out of a windshield. Then, oh, okay. What do I do? They said, absolutely nothing. I go, and I wanted so much to go and tell them. But all of a sudden I saw that Bible there, with a cross, and I said, okay. And
so at that point, you just
pray. Pray. That's all I could do.
Just pray.
And I did say to her, I said, I am going to pray for you that the Spirit will guide you and help you whatever your journey is. Whatever happened after that, that's up to. Then Spirit told me that did actually happen. But it's not up to me. I can't change the world.
Well, and that's the thing. Sometimes, just because we get a message doesn't mean we're supposed to relay it.
Right.
It's more so that you can do, like you mentioned, send out a prayer or a blessing, love, something, because this is going to happen. Mm-hmm. And it is hard when, I can't tell you how many times I've said to Bruce, oh my God,
keep talking.
Something bad's going to happen to this person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, what do you mean?
That's the hardest part.
Right. And I just always ask God, to wrap them in his protective golden bubble, get them, if it's a car in front of me that they're clearly impaired or distracted or something like that, just protect them. Or
that one that's just obviously running very late, has to be there 10 minutes ago and driving erratically. And it's like, not only surround that car with angels and protection, but anybody that they even come close to, because you have no idea how their driving is going to affect somebody else.
I always say, don't let them hurt themselves or anybody else.
Absolutely.
Because we saw, there was this truck, we saw it for seconds because he was driving so erratically. He was in and out of traffic and running through red lights. And it's like, God, just protect that person and everybody they're going to come in contact with, because no one's expecting this truck to come barreling down the road. What if, they might run off the road, or they might hit somebody else, or who knows what could happen. So you just send blessings out. It's like that year when all the planes were crashing.
Oh, yeah.
Now every time I see a plane, I send a blessing to it.
Yeah.
Every time I see a police officer, a fireman, an ambulance, EMT, anybody, I always send them blessings, because those people, the first responders, especially, in the military, they are there for our sake.
Yeah.
They need our love and our blessings and our protection.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of military, happy birthday, son.
Oh.
He's deployed somewhere
Currently,
so I won't see him today, but happy birthday. But yeah, we have to love, everybody. But, when you get those messages, when you know something bad's going to happen, there's nothing you can do to prevent it.
No.
So you just have to send the love and the blessings. And, we don't know. They might go out and decide to turn right instead of left and totally change the course of what was going to happen.
And not only that, but we don't know what that part is going to play in the lives of their family. Maybe that's necessary.
Right. What's the purpose? Maybe that was their contract.
Yeah, and it's so hard to think about something in that context.
Right.
But what if by them leaving, it heals something else within the family?
Right.
We don't know. We don't
exactly.
know that, and so yeah.
And that's why when I work with other readers, that's the one thing I think you should never violate someone's privacy.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're interfering with. Well, Spirit told me, yeah, but that was for your information. They didn't say go and enforce yourself on that poor person.
I had to learn the hard way many times, because when you're first young, like I will, and people in Laconia were always, and everybody was always, you're this, you're that, you're the reader, you're this, and so I felt I don't have to have the privilege of asking permission, because they wait until, like when I saw with Patty Pinger and another guy from New York, they said to me, did you get my permission? And well, I'm so great, I don't have, you know what I mean? And finally I said, wait a minute, look in the mirror. I hate that mirror. Wendy Stevens is the one that taught me
the
that.
mirror can be a blessing and it can be a curse.
You don't always want to hear what the mirror has to
That's
say.
that.
I have, with your permission, again. Do you eat sushi?
Very, very rarely.
The Spirit wants you to eat more like sushi type fish.
I'll take you. I love sushi.
And something about
I need to have it just ever so slightly cooked.
Oh yeah, well, there's a whole line
I have to do the
of
cooked-
sushi where
I
it's
have
cooked.
to do the cooked.
But it
You can
has
do
to
the-
be. You have to have that something to with the sushi and your fish and there. That for your blood and for your bones. This is what Spirit has told me to tell you.
It's probably the fish.
Okay.
Most likely the fish.
But it says stay away from the. Oh gosh. All right, I'm trying to. The one with the mercury in it. Swordfish.
Oh God, no! Yeah, I
Okay,
wouldn't.
you
no,
can't have
no,
that.
No.
I mean, you're sure. You and I am trying to look, and I don't like. Scott loves it as salmon.
I love salmon.
Do you?
Oh my
You like
goodness!
salmon? Oh, he loves it.
Oh yeah, we make salmon salad. We make salmon sandwiches, salmon steak sandwiches.
yeah.
Salmon's good.
My mother used to make salmon gravy.
Mm.
She'd take, you know how you make corned beef gravy. You make you put salmon in it with eggs and peas, and it comes out really. That I can eat. I know it's cheating by taking it out of a can, but then that I can eat. But you know what? My mama, we had an old wood stove, but there's nothing like food being cooked in an iron skillet on a wood stove. That will never, no matter how hard you try to, and I always try to imitate my mama's cooking, and it never comes out the same. The old-fashioned macaroni with the hamburger and the big canned tomatoes, and the onions and all that. But there's something there, of course. I think the iron frying pan makes a big difference too.
Oh, the cast iron skillets, they're
they're
awesome. Love them. And you can get cast iron anything these days.
True.
And you can go to secondhand stores and get cast iron never goes bad. It might get a little rusty, but you just take it home, you clean it up, and you seal it up again, and it's good for another 100 years.
Yeah.
That stuff's amazing.
My mother, bless her heart, she was my foster mother. Mother was like her. She'd say, "If you don't behave," she'd have this iron school. She never hit me, but when she picked that up, I go, "Uh-oh, that will hurt." And I decided, "Uh-oh." And it's amazing how with a little pickup like that, "I will bop you with this." Her famous words were, "I would bop you with this." But then my famous memory with her, every night she and I would have those soda crackers that with milk. Every night before we went to bed, maybe a dash of sugar. If I was a good boy, I could have sugar on it. I usually wasn't a very good boy, but that's okay. But the problem with my mother was, and I'm going to call her mother because if mother was like her, then I had an awesome mother. I could never do anything wrong. I really couldn't. Yeah. I could come home drunk, and it wouldn't be my fault. It would be your fault.
Well,
no.
I know a lot of parents like that, and they are not doing their children any justice.
No, they're
And
not.
I mean-
my mother was not like that.
Oh, my mother.
I might have been her favorite, absolutely
And
her favorite,
in
but
high
she
school,
let me know when I did something wrong.
I mean a
and
sign with a
paid the
black and white sign that
consequences.
said "See Valid," because that's what I forced them. It was, to me, it was awful. But you know what? To her, she put it out in the ground. The whole world saw it. Or I made a bookcase. It was kind of flippy floppy. In fact, the one I made, I pushed the guy. I took another guy's, got kicked out of class. I tried to steal his, but that's all right. The teacher didn't have a sense of humor. So I brought it home and started out this tall. By the time I got done, when it went down, I am not a carpenter, But you would have thought I gave her. That's what love is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what love is. And it doesn't have to be blood love. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
No.
The one thing that I've definitely learned throughout my life is blood does not make a family.
No. Absolutely not.
I have a daughter of mine. I call her my guardian angel. She only tells on me, though. When I go to the doctor.
She's pretty awesome.
Yeah. If she goes to the doctor, he ate all those hot dogs.
Well,
I go,
she
what
cares.
Are you doing? Oh, yeah. But she aren't you blessed with your family?
Oh, goodness. My family, I love them dearly, but they don't understand me.
No.
Like this whole...
That's okay, but you still
but
have that.
I'm fine with it. And, my mother's coming around, when we lost my grandmother. She did a little bit of soul searching, She started getting into Sylvia Brown. She started looking. They started getting into Long Island Medium, even though it drives me crazy.
I hear you, and Sylvia Brown.
But it got them looking for that something
Right,
after.
exactly.
And so they started kind of opening the door to my world that I play in, and she might not understand everything I do or see or experience, but I think she's now accepting of it. She's like, I don't understand it, but you've been doing it long enough. You have your own office now for going on 3 years.
And where is your office?
In Merrimack.
Is there a website?
www.lightupon-the-lotus.com.
You want to spell Lotus for people?
LOTUS. UPON.
They're in the big house next to Axel's Ice Cream in
Yes.
Merrimack. Nice big
What
parking lot.
ice cream?
Axel's.
Axel's Ice Cream in
I've had
Merrimack.
ice cream there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Now Sundays are awesome.
oh, very much so. But they're closed for the season, so we'll have to wait until about April for Axel's
And
to open up
then they
again.
had the lobster boat down there.
Yep.
Oh my goodness! I've heard now. I haven't heard too many good reviews, but that's okay.
You know what? They have some awesome fries.
I love their fried
Oh.
clams.
No, just their fries, French fries. It's bad, but you know what? When you find somebody that makes the perfect fry for you, crispy on the outside but creamy smooth on the inside, yeah. There might be a couple of days where I might have been rushing to get to class and I didn't have exactly enough time at home to make dinner before leaving, where I might have gone and just ordered some French fries.
And oh my! You know,
Oh my God, they were just the best French fries in the world, and you just ate them and enjoyed them. So
There
you
you
know,
go.
I didn't do it all the time, but
And
occasionally.
I know I'm not supposed to have them, but
Mm-hmm.
Scott makes that. He will make me some French fries. You know,
Oh, you should get an air fryer.
I've thought about that too.
We have an air fryer.
Do you like
Ooh.
it?
Yeah, it takes a little getting, used to and tweaking to get it to be like they're really fried food. But once you get it down, it's
I will never go back to another Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh,
Never.
oh goodness gracious, that's like sodium overload.
We went in there to order twice now. I've been in there. So I said, okay, Spirit, I got the message. First time my daughter-in-law went in, they forgot half of our order. So we went back and we showed them. The second time, we ran out of this. I said, but you're a chicken place.
Wow.
How can you run out of chicken?
that's bad.
You know?
That's very odd. Maybe
Yeah.
their order didn't arrive, or
Yeah.
they sold out before their next
And
shipment.
nothing was ready.
That's the only
and
thing
yeah,
I can
will
think
say
of.
where it's at. It's on 2nd Street. I hope they have improved. I wish you no harm, but a lot more success. And the guy kept saying, well, I tell you, I'm sorry. I said, sorry doesn't really do it. Nothing aggravates me any worse than having somebody, if you're trying to make a conversation or pay the bill, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, and stuff like that. That is so aggravating. Say it once, that's fine, but you don't have to keep repeating, and then it gets to be like, this is a recording now. I am sorry, so. And that's okay. I guess that's what they're supposed to
Yeah, I think it depends on the situation.
do. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, if they're really sorry, then offer something else.
Yeah.
Or
But-
here's a coupon for a percentage off your next meal or something.
Yeah.
If they're really sorry, take
Yeah.
action.
And I have to pay. I'm learning how to be a big fan of Applebee's again. One time I had 25, remember that? When I got 25 gift cards from
Ooh.
Applebee's.
Wow.
And I passed them out a lot. And this last time I talked with the manager, Amy came, he said, we're going to treat you right. I go, all right. I go, why is that? He goes, I've seen your reports. And the waitress, I can't remember her name now, Emily, I think. It's not important. Fantastic. The food was awesome. So I said, you know what, I'm really upset. I go, oh, shoot, I'll put it that way. What did we do wrong? I go, I can't find anything to complain about. And so I got a
Yeah.
meal. A lot of places I go, I've been very blessed. I don't have to pay for it. But I went to Newbold. You can't have Chinese food, right? I mean, Japanese food.
Not anymore.
And you can't either, right?
Oh
Or you
no, I
do.
love.
Okay, there's a place in Chelmsford, Mass. called Nobles. It's on 10 Boston Road. Very, very good family, very good food, very good prices. And I go there every so often, like I went down Saturday. Unfortunately, my guests and I were not too happy because they couldn't spend because some of the people that knew me, I did quick readings on them, and so they were pretty upset. And I can understand that because I was there for them and all that. But if you want good Japanese food, that is excellent. And the prices are reasonable.
That's always a good thing.
And it's worth the travel.
Mm-hmm.
But they get this new one up here that just opened up. I read a great review on Kiosk or something like that.
No,
I don't think
Search
it's
with
over
a
here
K.
on the
It's
corner
on.
at all.
Yeah.
Keisaki?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be very good too. But no, I know it's all Casey, but there used to be a wonderful breakfast place here, Greg's.
I loved
Did
Greg's.
you?
Oh my God.
Did you ever go
I
there?
never
Oh
went to
God!
Greg's.
When my husband and
I was
I were
heartbroken.
dating, and we came up here on vacation during college break, he took me to Greg's, and we had the grilled bagel. It was the first time I've ever had a grilled bagel, and it was like the best thing I had ever eaten. And I'm like, how have I lived my entire life without grilling a bagel?
Yeah.
I think in Jersey it's against the law. Isn't it?
Who knows,
Really?
right?
It's a
Oh,
joke.
It's a joke. It's a
Oh.
joke. But yeah, Greg's was
had-
icon.
I had a vegetarian omelet from there. And I'll tell you, the steak omelets that they have, the steaks they put on the plate they use for the steak,
Yeah.
it was that big. And they respected my fact that I didn't want potatoes with it. And in fact, I'm at the point now when I go to a restaurant, I don't want any more potatoes, nor do I want toast. They look at me, why? 'Cause if I'm going to pay for it, then I'll give it to my, whom I may with. But if I don't want it, why waste the toast?
Yeah.
Why waste it, right?
Because
Right.
I'm trying to get rid of all the home fries. I'm trying to get rid of all of my diet. I'm happy with the omelets. Do you like omelets?
I do.
I will say that Blake's does make a very good omelet.
Blake's does. Blake's
Okay.
very good.
I like their yayas. Okay.
Mhm.
But the best place that I like for an omelet, I don't know how the hell we're getting into a restaurant, but that's okay.
It's all right.
I'm just letting the spirit go.
we all like food, you
Right.
know?
And another place I like is over here called the Purple.
The
Finch.
Purple Finch.
Yeah, have you ever been there?
Yes.
We all like the purple finch.
Oh, yeah.
We-
Of course, I have a very close friend of mine, Annalie Nomandin, works there. She's a very close friend. And oh, my God. I don't have never, anyway, that one will be, nobody will ever touch that one as far as omelets go.
I don't know. Charlie's Diner, right across the street from my office. They've got some pretty good omelets.
They really do.
Now, that's in Merrimack?
Yeah.
Merrimack.
Oh, okay.
It's a tiny little
It's
place,
a
but
tiny,
oh my
tiny little
goodness,
place.
their food is amazing.
Oh,
My friend Bob and my friend, not the one that plays the food, another friend of mine
Right.
and I, we go to different restaurants and, and like
Mm-hmm.
that. Oh, I went to a place in New Boston.
Don't tell.
Oops, in New Boston, and I had their meal. It was come see, come saw, but the spirits in there were just wow. They were awesome. I was sitting there watching him tilt a picture over, and I told him, he said, "Don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody," because he was afraid if he did that, people would run out of there.
Yeah.
And I said, "I won't." But I have to say that the spirits were playing a game. They thought they could run me away. It was a young man and his dad or whatever. And it seemed like that waitress. I've had slow waitresses. I really have. But it takes you 20 minutes for somebody just to go over here to get a cup of coffee and to bring it to you. I'm sorry, I have a problem with that. And then, and stuff. But I'm an impatient person. Not that anybody could ever tell, right? But I did compliment them. So that's a good thing. What are we doing this Saturday?
so this Saturday we are having a fundraising psychic fair at the Manchester VFW or Sweeney Post right on Maple Street from 10 to 3. Great readers, healers, vendors. We're also collecting winter items for the homeless veterans. There's going to be baked goods. There's going to be raffle baskets, all sorts of good things. So definitely come and check us out.
Is there a fee to go in?
Oh gosh, no entry fee. No.
Okay. Because a lot of places charge.
Oh gosh, why would I do that?
Yeah.
No.
I
That's
always think that's crazy.
I
Oh,
know.
wait, we have a call.
It's going to be Mary.
Yes, it is. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hi, Laurie.
Hey,
Welcome
Mary.
back.
Thanks. Hopefully I can stay this time. How are you doing, Mary?
Not too bad. Feeling pretty good.
Good,
Yeah, that's good to hear because you were sick last week.
Oh, no.
So you're feeling
Yeah, I
better.
saw that.
Yeah.
I was listening to you guys talk about restaurants. I don't know if you guys tried Tucker's up in
Oh,
Hooksett.
that's very good. Yeah, I agree.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's very good.
Terrific. I like Tucker's.
Yeah,
It's very good.
yeah. And so, how are you? How's your show going, Mary? Tell us about your show.
It's good. It's a talk show. I like Norm. You have anybody and everybody who wants to come on. You talk about just about anything you want to talk about. And it's called Cruising with Mary. It's on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. You can't see it, but they record it, but you'll see it during the week.
Interested in going in? We got you another guest right here, Mary. And her face is dirty. Here, we got, what's her name?
Kimberly.
Kimberly. We got Kimberly here, and I'm sure would be more than happy to come on.
Oh, she's more than welcome to come on.
Well, thank
Everybody's
you, Mary.
always welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so, what are you going down to Massachusetts for Thanksgiving, Mary?
Yeah, I am. They sent me a package for my birthday, last week,
Oh yeah.
and someone stole it.
Oh,
The package was stolen.
What is wrong?
And
with
one
people?
from Massachusetts had sweet bread and the check in it and everything else. Danny told me, you know.
Oh, and then they
And the
avoid it. I hope they
cookies
avoid
and
it.
stuff like that he sent. Nice folder.
And from your mailbox?
No, you know, as you come into the front door, they just leave it right there, you know, in the doorway. Instead of ringing the buzzer, you know.
So that's so wrong.
Because-
Now, then your friend canceled the check, right?
Yeah, he's gonna. I told him. I said, you know, I should have got it last Friday. But he sent it out Tuesday. My sister sent something out to me. Never received it.
Maybe you ought to get a post office box.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Actually, you're going to have to
Well,
move, you know.
Yeah.
But that's up to you. I'm so sorry, by the way, belated. Your birthday was online, and it was, you know, they posted your birthday a month ago as well.
You really know my birthday was on the 12th.
Yeah.
Of
I
this
said you
month.
a happy birthday in the last of, what is this, November, right?
This is
Hey, I got it right. In October, they said you were Mary LeMay, happy birthday. I think it was October 12th, too.
Yeah, no, November.
I said, so you must have had twin sisters, huh?
Yep, and you know something? I'm so proud. My niece was born on my birthday 24 years ago.
Wow.
She just had a little girl on her birthday, so there's three of us on November 12th.
Wow!
Awesome.
Congratulations! That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's
I hope it
wonderful.
isn't a little. I hope she's in a little hellraiser like her aunt
I
is.
know, I know my niece is.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Trouble's
Triple
coming.
trouble. Yeah, Mary used to beat people up for me. Oh, yeah, you didn't mess around with Mary. In our younger years, nobody messed around with us, did they, Mary?
Nope, no, years ago, that's for sure.
Yeah. They did she had a, somebody scraped up her car, broke her
Right.
door handle
Yeah,
and all
I
that
remember all
stuff.
about that.
You know, now it looks like new now, Mary, right?
It does, it looks like a brand new car.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we're thinking not this weekend, but the following weekend. If it's not too cold, we'll let you know. We're gonna have one more last cookout. So wear your fur-lined long johns and your heavy winter coat. You know,
It'll be brisk.
yeah, it'll be crispy.
You're
You
gonna have to
know.
wear your long johns.
There you go. I remember them with the things in the back there, you know, and all that. Hey, it kept us warm. You know.
I still have
know,
it there. Who doesn't?
You know. Ooh.
That's what we did when we were kids, we
Yep.
wore long johns.
Stock up the firewood in the stove and wear your
Yeah,
long
we had
johns.
one of them.
Yeah, and the woolly socks and the boots, the high boots that
yes.
you tie up. You know,
I've already pulled out my wool socks.
you know. And now I don't wear anything like that. Even in the wintertime, I wear sandals.
Oh, goodness, no.
Yeah, yeah. Mary, the people that that lived out front moved to Ohio.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I miss seeing the old man. He was a great inspiration
yeah.
to
He
me.
always had a smile. It made
Always.
no matter where you saw him and her too, they always had a smile.
Always walking. Always,
Yeah,
always
and they always said,
walking.
hi, how you
Yeah.
doing, ma'am?
Yeah.
They were nice people.
And when they had a ritual, you know, with their religious celebration, always, we won't get any more homemade bread now, you know, those fried bread they make, you know, they always, and we won't be getting any more of those, you know, or homemade donuts and stuff that we always shared, you know, with each other.
Yeah,
And they were such a blessing. I can't say that about that boy. If I could have taken that kid seriously at 10 years old or 11, and smacked him around a little bit, I would have been happy. He was the most arrogant young man I ever saw. But when his father was around, because they're from the old school, you know, and that like that, you know. And, yeah, Mary, so you sound a lot better than you did last week. Oh,
yeah
I want
I'm feeling
to.
better. I think I had, because the pain was in my shoulder blade, so
Yeah.
that probably was pleurisy in my back, because my back was hurting me so bad.
Well, Mike was all sick Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And yesterday he got better. He went back to work today. But he was off, so he, you know, so he's feeling a lot better today. So I've been very blessed as far as that stuff goes. I refuse to take the flu shots,
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
you know.
No.
I find
Yeah.
it so irresponsible when TV hosts
Yeah, I
and
just-
stuff tell everybody to get it because
Well, a friend of mine went and got a friend of mine's mother went and got a flu shot, and they put her in the hospital. 3 days later, we're going to her memorial service. But
Well,
it's
I
not
guess
the flu shot.
my
They can't
mom
do
said
it.
she didn't want it. They gave it to her anyway. She said 3 times she didn't want it, and they still gave it to her, and
You're not
she got
supposed to do
so
it. When you say no,
sick.
it's no.
I
a
was
violation.
so upset. That's what I told her. I said I didn't report them because that's ridiculous.
I would sue.
But she,
Because with that shot, it's like with eggs, and there's certain eggs eggs I cannot eat
Yeah.
because I'm allergic to eggs, and that's in that shot.
right?
And don't they also take a virus and put
Yeah,
it in there?
yeah,
too?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
Yes,
it is.
yes.
They want to kill us.
Any
It
vaccine.
makes you sicker than what you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the one time the hospital made me get the flu shot, I was so sick for 2 weeks. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
I
you
don't, I don't
you
want
know,
it.
and you go by CVS, you go by Rite Aid, you go to Walgreens, you go to Walmart, and they're all sitting there in
I
an
know.
unsanitary condition.
And I think their intent is good, but they drank the Kool-Aid. And there's so many natural ways to boost your immune system.
Absolutely.
Putting poison in your body is not the way to go.
No,
Definitely not.
you know, and in the nursing homes, if you don't get them, the shots, then they can ask you to leave. And if you don't get the shots working in a hospital, they will not allow
Yeah,
you.
you have to take what you want or not if you're a nurse.
And I wouldn't
After
work
I got
there.
sick
Yeah.
that first year they made us everybody take it. I didn't have to take it again.
No.
Because it was documented that it nearly
See, I don't
killed
think
me.
they should force you. If you're in employment, I don't think they should have the right to force you to do that. That's like I don't think they should have the right to have a child be vaccinated, especially with the latest reports coming out on
Well,
vaccination.
right, and but like that one lady, they actually took her child from her, put her in jail, vaccinated her child, and then went, "Oh, yeah, no, you can have your kid back now."
Yeah.
Let her out of jail, gave her kid back. But it's like
And
that
now
is
they're
so
showing,
wrong.
and now they're showing you if you have that, if you have it, you can get shingles from it.
Oh, right. 1 out of 3 people will get shingles. Okay, so let's do the math. That means 2 out of 3 people won't ever get shingles.
You know. So it's one of those. Well, if you read Nostradamus, I have a message from him, or if you read the ending of Revelations in the Bible, and it says man will destroy themselves, and that's what's happening.
That's
Because
what we're trying to do.
we're not doing love, we're not caring for each other. How hard is it? Do you agree with that,
Killing
Mary?
yeah. We're killing each other off.
And the garbage that that's put out through the pharmaceutical companies, they're even showing now that the over-the-counter drugs are working better than the prescriptions.
How true.
They had a
That
thing
is true.
on 2020. I think about I don't know when it was, not too long ago how the pharmaceutical companies are ruining and how the over-the-counter prescriptions are helping us. Instead of all that. Well, sooner or later, it's going to come crashing. Well, the CEO's
true.
got to make.
Yeah.
What did the CEO of a pharmaceutical make like $200 million a year?
Probably, yeah. Crazy
The doctors are making it. I can remember this one doctor was telling me when I was at the clinic I was going to go apply for a job there. Of course, the nurses got paid little, And they said a good doctor, and this is 40 years ago, Mary, a good doctor or a good lawyer, if you were not making at least $150,000 a year, then you weren't making any money at all. Granted, I know
Then
they
you
pay
could go to a pharmacist like you could years ago, like Mr. Duguay. And the pharmacist used to be on, what is it, not Central, but on near Auburn and all that.
Yeah.
There used to be a pharmacist. And you could go to him and ask him what to do instead of going to a doctor.
Yeah. They used to have correct me if I'm wrong, Mary, and whomever. If I remember right, they used to have on Elm Street. They used to have a pharmacy.
That's the same man that went from there over on not Spruce Street, but oh my goodness, Cedar Street, Cedar and Union.
Oh, okay. Because this guy, I can remember that I went into this pharmacy. I think it was a Rexall back then, and
That
I
was
can.
his son that had that
Is
one.
that it? And I can remember I went
Yeah.
in to buy a stethoscope, because you didn't get. I would refuse to wear the hospital with, what their ears, And I went in, I bought one. And I always remember this guy coming in. He was begging, "Oh, I need help." I go, "What do you need help with?" "Oh, I need a few dollars." I go, "Why?" "Well, I have to buy my baby some Pampers." And I said, "Oh, well, let me buy it for you." And I said, "How old is your child?" "Oh, he's 12 years old." I said, "You got a child wearing Pampers at 12 years old?"
Norm,
Yeah.
you have a Manchester history guy right here.
Oh, that's right. You had that on there?
That was Ken's Pharmacy.
Thank you.
Oh,
It actually
okay.
still exists on South Elm Street, and it was a Rexall, and still is.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. See?
See?
Oh, by the way, Mary, I forgot to say, between quarter of and 10 of, we can remember because we're going to have a video taping of the history of Manchester from our
That's
famous Paul
And Mr.
Cormier.
Guerin, what's his name, that owned the pharmacist on Cedar and Union Street was Mr. Guerin.
Oh, okay.
Years ago.
So, see, the history
And
man.
his son had the other one.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I always remember my first encounter in Manchester when I first moved down here. Okay, Mary, we're going to let you go. Thank you for
Alrighty.
your call.
Bye, Mary.
And one
Glad
of the
you're
things
feeling
I got.
better.
Yeah.
Love to see you back.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
One of the things I can always
awesome.
remember
I love
too,
her.
when I first moved down here, I moved on to Spruce Street, and I didn't know anything about Manchester, and they always talked about the zoo. So I thought they had a live zoo down here. So I'm saying, "Where's the zoo?" I'm looking for the zoo, and it wasn't. Right, Paul?
No, it was.
There was a zoo.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a zoo, but people wanted a real zoo.
No. I know what you're saying, Norm. It was actually a bar. It was
Yeah,
never-
yeah. It was a gang club or whatever. And I can remember driving by and I said, "Oh my God, what's going on over there?" And they said, "That's the zoo." I go, "Where are the naive?" Well, where are the animals? "Oh, they're inside here." So I had to go in, So I literally went, I go, "That's not a zoo." And I turned around and walked right back out. That was my encounter of a zoo.
Welcome
Wouldn't
to
you expect?
Manchester.
I mean, there was a cemetery there, so I thought, well, maybe the cemetery was part of
Yeah.
the zoo. And I said, "Well, welcome to New Hampshire, Manchester." But now I think they tore it all down. They got like stores and stuff in there now, so and stuff like that. But one of the things that I have, will tell you is that you look from about a year ago, you were on the show, right?
Not quite. Yeah, just about. I had just adopted my cat Luna,
Okay.
and I got her
Okay.
on winter solstice. So
Your health has improved so much.
thank you.
I have to tell you, I know, I mean, I'm telling you, do you mind? Spirits will push me, don't they?
They can be very pushy sometimes.
Oh, yeah. If I don't say something the way they want me to,
Uh-huh.
But I have to tell you, I love, your face looks so natural now. And I don't know, I'm not trying to be rude when I say that, please know that, but it's got that glow.
Thank you.
That healing glow. You're a shining example of what the spirit agency can do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I also would want you. I also want to recommend that you find some turquoise. Do you have turquoise?
I don't resonate with turquoise ever.
Well,
Ever. I have one piece that I just brought back from Mexico. And it's the only piece of turquoise that I own that I
would
do
like you to
resonate.
make a necklace with turquoise.
Well, I will have to find a very special piece of turquoise.
Yeah.
that
Well, yeah.
resonates
No,
with
just
me,
but
'cause-
buy one, okay?
Yeah, well,
Just-
I would have to find one because
Yeah.
it's the most baffling thing for me because I'm a crystal lover. I've been teaching crystals now for 15 years. I have just about every single kind of crystal you could imagine, but when it comes to turquoise, it just doesn't want me.
But Bruce has that same reaction to turquoise for some reason. I don't understand, but he just has an aversion to it.
I really do.
The spirit will guide you to the right piece.
Oh, hopefully they just drop it in my lap, and it's just the happiest little piece of turquoise.
You're going to know. The spirit says you're going to know. There's some place I'm looking at on hell. As you're going up towards Hanover Street, you're going down towards the area towards the end of Hanover Street, going onto another road. There's a rotary, and then you take a left. You're going to the back side of the street, going towards. Okay, help me then.
Are you talking about Broader Concept, the crystal store?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she's very familiar with that stuff.
Okay, I would.
I'm in there at least 3 times a month, folks. At least 3 times a month, purchasing crystals for my crystal class
from the
and everything
it's
else.
where the old Elks Club used to be. And you go there, and there's a bread place.
Yeah, he's talking about Broader Concept.
Yeah, I would. There's 2 places there that you will go when the time is right. You will find that connection.
Alrighty.
Don't go searching for it.
And Kimberly does teach an amazing, amazing, amazing crystal class. I can tell you right now.
You
It's
teach crystal
wonderful.
classes?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, tell the people.
Oh, goodness. So I have several crystal classes that I teach. I teach a Crystals 101 that's a good for anybody. It's a great basic, but even if you've worked with crystals for a while, I take a slightly different approach to crystals. So even people that have worked with crystals for a while find value in my Crystals 101 course, and it's an all-day class, as well as the advanced part, which is Crystals 102. But in conjunction with those, for people that just love crystals, want to collect them, I have my monthly crystal class. It's always the 3rd Thursday of every month from 7 to 9. $35.
Can't say prices.
So sorry. Well, now I know. Next time, tell me beforehand.
Yeah, that's okay.
And you get to take the crystal home with you. Like I do a different crystal every month. And
but you really get to know the crystal.
Yeah.
You really get to work with it and know it on a personal basis.
Absolutely.
It's not just a rock. It's a friend.
Yeah, I teach how you can work with a crystal in your everyday life to help improve your life, whether you're looking for spiritual well-being, whether you're looking to expand meditation, whether you're looking for physical improvement, whatever that is. Crystals have a broad range of what they can help you with in your life, and in several different ways that they can help you in that. And so we discover that together in our monthly class, and we usually go around the room and share. But if you're not comfortable with sharing, then of course by all means you can pass. But it's always nice to see what everybody gets.
How big of a class do you have?
It ranges anywhere between 4 to 10 to sometimes even 12 people. So, I as long as I've got 3 people, I'm there.
Okay. Now, how do they reach you?
You can either go to my website, or we even have a meetup, Light Upon the Lotus and Friends, and it advertises it, and you can just join the meetup and say you want to come, say you're going to be there.
And then there's also a Facebook page.
And there's the Facebook page, too.
Isn't technology as good as some times, isn't it?
Yeah.
And really, but then there's sometimes like when Comcast went to my business site and cleaned my whole account out.
Oh my!
And I'm there, whoa! And it's not, the bill wasn't even in my name. But I got to say, Scott was very persistent, and we got our money back.
Yeah.
I have had nothing but trouble on Comcast, and I just want it to end. And just we'll pay our bill, just leave us alone, and like that. And another thing I will recommend, I made a mistake of joining Finger Hut.
I belonged to them 30 years ago.
Oh my!
And never again. I went and I bought a Steam Deck. Look at my new Steam Deck. I don't have to pay it all at one time, blah, blah, blah. What I didn't realize was I bought my daughter-in-law one at Walmart for $100 cheaper. Same identical thing.
Wow.
And if you're a day late, they charge you an extra interest fee. And they hound you until you know. So as soon as I get them paid off, which is small, as soon as I get them paid off, goodbye, sweet dreams. I'll stick with Walmart and Amazon. You know. And we are, and now Saturday you're having, once again, let's really put
All right, sure. One more time. So this Saturday, we are doing a fundraising psychic and wellness event at the VFW Sweeney Post on Maple Street in Manchester. Come on out and see us. We've got readers, we've got healers, we've got vendors. Liberty House is going to be there collecting donations and winter items for the homeless vets. We're going to be having a fantastic raffle of a whole bunch of items, some baked goods. It's just going to be a good time for everybody, and it all goes to a great cause in helping veterans and their families. Absolutely.
So put some money in your wallet.
Yes.
And then plenty of parking.
And you and Norm will both be there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be there. You're going to be there.
Yep.
I'll be doing spiritual guidance and readings. And there's plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking.
See, that was our big problem at the Unitarian Church. I love them. I appreciate them.
Oh, yes.
But the parking was...
Yeah,
not-
challenging. Definitely
Excuse me.
challenging to park there.
Yes.
And for more info on it, they can go to Facebook.
Yeah.
If you have a question, you can let me know, and I'll check with you to find out what's
Sure.
going on with it.
Absolutely.
And the best part is, folks, there's no entrance fee.
No
A
entrance
lot of the
fee.
events do charge them.
No,
Right?
no.
It's about
I-
50-50, I think.
I
I just can't.
No, I just, it doesn't feel right to me to charge somebody
Right.
just to come in, to look around, you know. They're
Yeah.
either going to buy something or they're going to.
Can they call you if they want to reserve a certain time for like myself? Can they call you or
No, we're not doing that.
You're not doing that?
No, not doing that. First come, first serve.
I better get a hold of my friends there.
Yeah, you might. Absolutely. First come, first serve.
Because with my events, we reserve a lot of times.
Yeah, no. We're a small little venue. Tiny.
No, you're big at heart.
Big
Right.
at heart.
I
It is
started
a
out
great
small like
venue.
that.
It is a great venue.
It really is.
Didn't we?
I was
we
quite.
both just
I did
loved
well.
The
Financially,
energy,
I did okay.
everything.
You know, I'm used to, and I did quite. You know what the difference is? Like when I do mine, people know me a lot more there. But when I did okay. I'm not going to
Yeah.
complain about. I did
I
quite a
think
few people.
you
I did.
had the most out of
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
were
really
busy
did.
all
And I
day.
want to do it again.
You were
It's not
busy
so
all
much for
day.
me; it's for her cause. You know. So, and I love doing it. Plus, I know a lot of the people there. That helps too.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
And you
And
said there was
and
going to
I
be a
was-
bake sale there.
Bake sale. Yep.
Okay. And just socialize. I'm
Yeah.
not going the one thing we obviously want you to spend money with a vendor. You don't have to come and have a reading done. Just buy something from the vendor if
Yeah.
you choose.
I mean, there's going to
Meet
be
each
so many
other.
great items. I mean, either you've got a birthday coming up, Christmas coming up. I'm
I mean,
sure.
there's a ton of holidays between now and
Right.
January.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Oh goodness, my in-laws are coming up.
You going to cook?
Oh gosh, no. Are you
Oh.
kidding?
I was going to say Hail Mary, full of grace.
Oh no. And she's not cooking either.
Oh,
She
your
asked.
husband is.
Oh, we're going out.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And,
If she's taking the time
okay.
to drive up and spend time with us, I don't want to cook and make a mess, and she doesn't want to cook and make a mess. We're going to enjoy our company and enjoy time with each other. So we're going out and paying somebody else to do the cooking
there
for
you
us.
go. Where you going?
Most likely Cracker Barrel.
Taco Bell.
Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I love Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
I got a gift card for them. I got to get
I
out
haven't
of
been
here
there
now.
in
You like
years.
Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, I do. I haven't been there in a long time. I don't normally do chain restaurants,
Oh.
but
And what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
my daughter and her family are coming over.
Nice.
Who's cooking? You can't.
I can now, but Bruce will do most of the cooking,
'cause
as always.
There again, once again, we're gonna have to tell you, don't overdo it.
Bruce does most of the cooking anyway.
And Scott, we're having my son and daughter over for Christmas. I mean, for Thanksgiving, and Scott and I'll be cooking, cutting, and stuff like that. We always use a turkey and a pork roast, and so we always have so much. And anyone that doesn't have a place to go, and I'm really serious when I say this, give me a call. My number's on there. If you don't have a place to go and you're going to be alone, give us a call. You're more than welcome to sit at our table. That's what it's all about, okay?
Always.
And then for Christmas, we always go to my son's house. It's a tradition that I don't want to break, and we enjoy doing, okay? But if there's someone or two people that are going to be alone and they have the only thing I ask, no cigarette smoking and no alcohol.
Yeah.
And I used to belong to an association that we would invite people to come and join us. And this one guy came over and I said, "What are you doing?" He brought a case of beer. I said, "No, you're not bringing that in, nor are you allowed to smoke it." And that's one of my first times of giving that cigarette smoking and all that. I said, "Your children and you are welcome to come in, but you cannot." And he got all upset and he left. And so what we did, fixed him up a plate, and the children stayed, and we fixed him up a plate. I got a really nasty call from thank you. I got a real nasty call from the homeless shelter telling, and I'm talking 30 years ago.
Yeah.
How disrespectful I was. I go, "No, you disrespected me by telling someone they could bring alcohol."
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. We'll see you Saturday.
Absolutely.
And all you people, once again, real quick, where is it?
It's going to be at the Manchester VFW Sweeney Post on Maple Street.
There you go. And Lori, I'm so glad to have you back. I'm glad to be back with
Glad
you
to be
and all
back.
that.
Glad to be back. Hopefully staying this time.
Yes.
Each and every one of you have a safe journey, and always remember, be well. Your story was remarkable. It was encouraging and inspiring to us, okay? Don't you feel it? You too, okay? Every folks, we got a great event. We're not going out there, but we got a great event coming up November 18th.
This
You
Saturday.
did.
Yeah,
this
you did.
Saturday, yeah. And now we're going to had the pleasure of Paul Cormier's history video of Manchester, and we'll see you all next week. And remember, you're the winner. You are such an inspiration.
Thank you.
Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know, the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away. I know a man, he came from my hometown. He wore his passion for his woman like a thorny crown. He said, "Dolores, I live in fear. My love for you is so overpowering, I'm afraid that I will disappear." Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know, the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away. And I know a woman became a wife. These are the very words she uses to describe her life. She said, "A good day ain't got no rain." She said, "Our bad days when I lie in bed and think of things that might have been." Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know, the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away. And I know a father who had a son. He longed to tell him all the reasons for the things he'd done. He came a long just to explain. He Kissed his boy as he lay sleeping, then he turned around and headed home again. He slipped sliding, slip sliding away. You know the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away. And God only knows, God makes his plan. The information's unavailable to the mortal man. We're working our jobs, collect our pay. Believe we're gliding down the highway when in fact we're slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. You know the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away.